All right, Shalom. Just give me a second. I want to make sure the audio is good. And then we could start this lesson. Just a second. All right. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Rakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, pushing this 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, as you see, as the title reads, Behold, my servants shall eat. And that's pertaining to a future prophecy in Isaiah 65. But before we go there, all right, I want to pull out an article or two. I wrote a couple precepts down that came to mind once I seen the article through the Spirit. But before I do all that, let's just click this one. Okay, as you see right here, I'm going to try to do this a little bit more as I do my lessons. But right here, I put a link. This is a link to our fourth channel. Okay, this is a link right here to our fourth channel, which here's our fourth channel. If you brothers and few sisters, Bubble Kasha, can you please subscribe? Our main and third channel is on its second strike. This is why through the Spirit now we only post camp videos on the main camp page, and we have our own personal channels. Okay, each brother you see right here has their own personal channels. But if you could subscribe to our fourth channel, we're locked out of our third channel right now until Evil E, says we can go back. So if you brothers could subscribe to our fourth channel and our third channel just before they ultimately take it down. So now that I said that, let's take this link down. Okay. And we're going to dive right into it. Okay. So I came across this article. I was on SHTF plan, which stands for Shit Hit the Fan Plan. And immediately when I saw this title, like I said, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, a bunch of precepts came to mind. So I wrote down what I could, and we're just going to go from there. And Lord's will, this will be edifying. So as this article came out April 16th, it is now the 19th, and it says, food prices are rising aggressively, and even the corporate media is admitting that it's only going to get worse. Okay, so you're witnessing a great inflation. Ultimately, it'll turn to a hyperinflation. All right, and what is this leading to? Okay, a great famine in the land. And then I also came across this a couple hours ago. It reads, U.S. West prepares for possible first water shortage declaration. Okay, so as you know, this is nothing but prophecy. Okay, but these prophecies that we are seeing come to pass are prophecies that we've been prophesizing through the Spirit. Okay, so this is why I titled it, Behold, my servants shall eat. Okay, we should not look at this as fearful. Okay, we should not look at this and be worried. Okay, we should not look at this and look at it as a punishment towards us, because the key word in the title, it says, is my servants. All right, and what are we doing? We are serving Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of our ability. Okay, we are serving Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of our ability, while the rest of our people, all right, they fan their hand. Matter of fact, let's start with that. They fan their hand. Okay, they push the word of the Lord to the side. This is Proverbs 1. This is Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates in the city she uttereth her word, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regardeth. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. So who's the Lord's counsel? Who has the Lord used to stretch forth forth his hand. The prophets. All right, what does it say? I've sent my prophets be time, and ye have misabused my prophets. So the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai have been sent to the highways, have been sent to the hedges, okay, have been sent warning, prophesizing, telling you these things are coming. And because you don't want to hearken to the prophets, to the servants of Yahweh Shem Shai, well, now, judgment has to come, okay? Judgment has to come. Now, let's get this real quick in Second Chronicles, just to make this point, all right? Because we are doing what Yahweh Shem Shai has commanded of us, and we are constantly telling our people, hey, repent, the kingdom's nigh, turn to the Lord, you're not black, you're not African, da da da. We've done those things. So when we see the famines coming, when we see the destruction, when we see the sword being sharpened, we shouldn't feel faint-hearted, and we shouldn't fear, because that destruction, all right, is not for us. Jacob's trouble is not for us, but Jacob's trouble is for 2/3. Okay, you have to come to a point in this truth where you stand for Yahweh Shem Shai. This is Second Chronicles 36 and 15, and it reads, I'll read 14, and it says, moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. This is why you have a small remnant coming back to bring holiness to Jerusalem. Because remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place. So we now represent Jerusalem. This is why it says in Romans 9:6, for not all Israel is Israel. You see, because only the true Israelites in the spirit are the hopeful elect. 15, and the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. You see, so this is why, going back now to Proverbs, we're going to laugh at your calamity. Okay, we're going to laugh when you're crying in the streets, begging for food or water, when you should have been what? Living by every word of Yahweh Shem Shai. So I'm just getting these couple of scriptures right now through the Spirit before I go into the ones I wrote down. All right, this is Proverbs 1 and Proverbs 1 and 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And why is that? Well, one more. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You see, you're not going to find Yahweh Shem Shai. Why? Because where you could have found him, you mocked. Where you could have listened, you scorned. When you could have sat and got edification, where a place of repentance was open unto you, you fanned your hand. You see? But this is why it says, behold, my servants shall eat. So when we see food prices rising, when we see waters in droughts, we rejoice, because this is what we have been saying. This is why wisdom and knowledge will be our stability. This is why this will be our comfort, because we are aware of the prophecies that are unfolding. How can we go out and tell you that a mandatory marking of the beast is coming? Then when we see it, we get faint-hearted. All right, this is Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh Shem Shai. This is why we stand in great boldness. This is why, we constantly go into these things, because we are hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai. So when we see signs, all right, or great wonders, okay, of what was told to us before, we rejoice. This is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For the Most High is not giving us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. So when we see these things, we have a sound mind, okay? When we see these things coming, we have a soundness to us, okay? We praise Yahweh Shem Shai, and we continue to ask for more faith, all right, and strength, because through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. But key word, we know that. We know through much tribulation. But the Jakes that we tell this to, who want smooth things, they are not going to be, they're not going to have stability in those times because they wanted smooth things. We're telling you the rocky road ahead. Okay. It says food prices are outrageous now, but they are only going to go higher. Right. And I did a lesson through the spirit, I want to say last year, how it said 40 million Americans don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And they work and they get paid weekly, but they still don't know. We know our food is going to come through who? Yahweh Bashem Shai. Okay. We know that. It says earlier today, I came across an NBC News article entitled, "Get Ready for Higher Grocery Bills for the Rest of the Year." I thought that it was strange that a piece put out by the corporate media sounded like it could have come straight from my website, because I've been sounding the alarm about higher food prices for quite some time. So there is an alarm, okay? Shall there not be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it? Let's get that. Shall a trumpet not be blown? We are blowing the trumpet. Okay, we actually have laws pertaining to the trumpets. Okay, we have a law when we blow one trumpet, that's for all. That's just for the princes of Israel. We have a law where we blow two trumpets. That's for all Israel. We also have a trumpet where we blow for to sound an alarm for the Lord to deliver us. Okay, so the trumpets are being blown. Let's go. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet, didn't he say an alarm? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and Yahweh Bashem Shai has not done it? See, the Lord is doing all these things. This is the end declared from the beginning. But here it is, we're telling you, a famine's coming, water shortages, destruction's coming. All these things are coming. But you know what people always say? Well, what are you going to do? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing what we need to do. Okay. So we got Luke. Now let's get Jeremiah, and then we're going to get a couple scriptures on miracles. Okay. Lord's will. And Lord's will, this will be comforting to you, brothers and sisters. We have to dive in and really relish, in the moment of this grace that we have to go into these scriptures, to read these things, because every time something major happens, that's when Jake wants to seek the Lord. What does it say? In my affliction, then in their affliction they shall seek me early. You see? Let's real quick. This is Luke 1:37. Real quick, just to make this point, Luke 1:37, and it reads, "For with the Most High nothing shall be impossible." Okay, with the Most High nothing shall be impossible. All right, real quick, I jumped ahead. Let's go to we'll hold it there, and let's go to Jeremiah 30 on this one. Okay, with the Most High nothing shall be impossible. The Most High can make flame come from a rock. The Most High can make water come from a rock, and we're going to get them. Okay, you have to have this faith and mindset walking into Jacob's trouble, understanding that Jacob's trouble is for 2/3. Okay, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, now are we going to go through some ups and downs and some tribulation? Absolutely. But will we be forsaken? No, we will not be forsaken. Okay, because why? Me and my house, as Joshua said, shall serve the Lord. So choose you this day who you will serve. Okay, we are serving the God of Israel that delivered us out of Egypt. We've been delivered out of Egypt before. We will be delivered again. And now 2/3 are like the mixed multitude. They're just going to have to perish on this side. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The he being the remnant, the he being the 1/3, the he being the elect. Okay. And real quick, for edification, look what this word great means. Watch this. Okay. When you go into the word great, it means in intensity, okay, or God like himself. And what does it say in Job? If the Most High were to put his spirit upon man, all will turn to dust. So great judgment is coming for this place. and great judgment is coming for 2/3. But we, through the comfort of the scriptures, we have hope. Let's get that. Romans 15. And then let's go into some scriptures to give us hope. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. And when you go into this word learning, guess what it goes into? Instructions. Okay, so let's go. Let's prove it. All right, let's prove it. Let all things be done for edification. Look at this. Learning goes into instruction. So these are our instructions. Okay, so going back, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning and our instructions. Okay, what we're instructed to do. You see, have hope. Look up. It says, written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So let's go into some scriptures of comfort and of hope. Matthew's 14 and 14. And Yahushua went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion. You see? Now remember, the Lord brought compassion on who? On his people, but they mocked his messengers that brought compassion. But we are not mocking. We are diligently seeking. We are diligently hasting and calling upon Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? We're doing everything we can through truth and sincerity, all right, and fear of Yahweh Shem Shai. And it says, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Yahushua said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat. And they said unto him, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He said, bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude, and they did all eat and were filled. So not only did they eat, but they were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full, and they that had eaten were about 5,000 men. So from 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, it was filled, insomuch that 5,000 men, besides women and children, were able to eat. Look at that, man. Okay, which that reminds me of Joshua. Okay, or not Joshua, excuse me, Elijah. With Elijah, all right, there was a great famine that he caused in the land, but the Lord allowed him to eat. So just like how the fish and the bread didn't run out, that's what the Lord can do for us. You could come across a canteen and the water just never runs out. Okay, you drink and drink and drink, and it never runs empty. Okay, you can have a bag of something. In Jacob's trouble, you pray the Lord, please sustain me, keep my food, so I can eat continually, and that will be done through faith and fear in the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, in the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. So let's see. No, what do I want? First Kings, not Judges. Let's go to First Kings. We'll get this one too. But let's go to First Kings for this account with Elijah. Okay, these are things that you want to meditate on, man. This is how Yahweh Shem Shai can have it happen. And let me say, this is how he will have it happen. We're going to eat, man, while the rest of the people starve and are hungry and are groaning, okay, because they're not serving the Lord, but we are. All right, but we are. Now, this is an account where a famine hit the land, and I'll just read it. I'm going to kind of read it quick because the whole chapter is bad, and I'm just going to go with the spirit. 1 Kings 17:1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord power Israel liveth, behold, whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. So just like how you're having a famine of water, all right, a famine of food upon us, which is a sign of Yahushai's return. Matthew 24, for there shall be famines, earthquakes, and pestilence in diverse places. So there's famines, but within these famines, we will still eat. Here is a great example of a servant that's prophesying of a famine, brought a famine, but still was able to eat. Think upon these accounts, man. Oh, doesn't it say in Sirach 2, who has ever called upon the Lord and he despised them? All right, and it says, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, get thee hence and turn thee eastward and hide thyself by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. Ravens feeding a man, okay? Ravens feeding a man of the Lord. So animals can come to you, all right, with food, or the Lord, like how he sent quail, can come to you and you can eat. You see? Animals can come to us and we could take them to eat while the rest of the land is dying of famine and thirst and hunger, stricken with pain, all right? But my servants shall eat. And it says, so he went and did according unto the word of Yahweh Shai, for he went and dwelt by the brook of Cherith that is before Jordan, and the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning. Hey, it reminds me, even a cat will bring its owner sometimes food, okay? Not saying it's lawful, but even in that essence, think about those things, man. Nothing is impossible with Yahweh Shai, okay? He can have lawful animals come to you for you to slay them to eat, or your family to eat, and your children with you to eat. These accounts are beautiful and comforting for us now in the times we are in. Just like you know how comforted Elijah had to be, okay? He called for a famine, and then the Lord brought him food and had him by water. And it says, and the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening. And he drank of the brook. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, arise, get thee to Zarephath, and Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. And behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. You see? So the Lord can guide us and tell us where we can go. Here is a house for you to rest. Be amongst this. Take this and eat, guiding us. For the Lord shall be our guide. So he arose and went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. And he called to her and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel, that I may drink. And as she was going to fetch it, he called to her and said, bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thy hand. And she said, as the Lord thy power liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks, that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat it and die. So she was on her last meal. There was a famine in the land. She was down to her last, literally down to her last meal. And Elijah said unto her, fear not. And that's what I was going to also title it too. Fear not. We should not be afraid of a famine coming. We should not be afraid of a pestilence coming. We should not be afraid of prophecy coming to pass. Okay? This is Proverbs 3. And I think it's 25. Let's see. Proverbs 3 and 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Okay? So be not afraid when sudden destruction come, when sudden prophecy is upon this place. Be not afraid. Okay, back to this 1 Kings 17 and 13. And Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make thee thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me, and after make and after make for thee and for thy son. For thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shai, power of Israel, or Allah Shal Yasharallah, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail unto the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth. So Elijah's telling her, the barrel of meal that you thought was going to be empty, or the oil that you thought was going to fail, it shall not waste away, no matter how much you take for to eat, until the Lord bringeth rain to what? Sustain you. So you could come across a bottle of water, and that water will never run dry. Or you can have a satchel of food or of bread, and every time you put your hand in it to eat, there will be a substance in it for you to eat, man. This is the power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Nothing shall be impossible. So we have to trust in the power of the Lord. We have to trust in the power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And she went and it did according to the saying of Elijah, and she and he and her house did eat many days. And the barrel of meal wasted not, neither did the cruse of oil fail, according to the word of Yahweh Bashem Shai, which he spake by Elijah. Now, if we keep reading, what you can read on your own time, then even a greater miracle happened when Elijah brought back her dying son, who did die, and he brought him back. But you can continue to read that from 17 to 28. But just for time's sake, I want to keep going. So I thought this was a very beautiful account showing you how the Lord could have a vessel or a satchel or a canteen or a bottle of water, would never run dry. Okay. And the Lord can direct you. The Lord can even direct you to someone that has food, and then you could be that blessing over that house, and you in that house can eat continually. These are the days we're living in, where great miracles are going to take place, even if you're locked up. Even if you're locked up. Did not Daniel eat while he was in the lion's den because the angels sent Habakkuk among him? In the book of Bel, man, the history of Bel and the dragon. All right, we could even get that if the Spirit has it. But let's go to Judges 6 since I pulled that up real quick. Okay, let's go to Judges 6. If the Spirit has it, we will go to the history of the Bel if need be. But if not, you brothers can read it on your own time. All right, this is Judges 6 and 16. Okay, this is Gideon. Okay, let's see what happened with Gideon. This is Judges 6 and 16. Imagine you being a pilgrim. Imagine you being in the wilderness. Okay, just because you don't have a house or a widow, or some woman that has a little bit of food, that doesn't matter. Okay, listen to this. This is Judges 6 and 16. And the Lord said unto him, speaking about Gideon, surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man. And he said unto him, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then shew me a sign that thou talkest with me. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee and bring forth my present. Right? Because remember, in these days, the children of Israel will bring many things to the Lord as a peace offering, or as an offering of acceptance, or an offering for sin, right? So that the Lord would hear them. But now we have that offering, who is Yahweh Shai. That's why we offer prayers in continuance. All right, we offer the prayers of not ceasing. You see, so now we don't have to get two pigeons or turtle doves or a basket of this, but this is an example to show you how the Lord heard his prayer offering, and he accepted it through a great miracle. Watch, it says, depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee and bring forth my present and set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in and made ready a kid, and not a child, a kid, a baby sheep. They call a kid a baby sheep, or sometimes a baby goat. All right, and made ready a kid, and unleavened cakes of an ephah of flour. The flesh he put in a basket, and he put the broth in a pot, and brought it out unto him under the oak, and presented it. So this is what he's presenting to Yahweh Bashem Shai. But guess what? Now We are that living sacrifice. We are the sacrifice being presented. And the angel of the Most High said unto him, take the flesh and the unleavened cakes and lay them upon this rock and pour out the broth. And he did so. Then the angel of Yahweh Bashem Shai put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and there rose up fire out of the rock. So the Lord could have fire come out of a rock for you, okay? The Lord could have fire come out of a rock and consume the flesh and the unleavened cakes. Then the angel of the Lord departed out of his sight. And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of the Lord, Gideon said, alas, O Lord, power, for because I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face. And the Lord said unto him, peace be unto thee. Fear not, thou shalt not die. Look at that, man. And this was a miracle, not for him to be fed, but for him to know that the Lord was with him when he went to fight against the Midianites. But this is just an example to show you, if you need fire, the Lord could have it come out of a rock. Or if you're thirsty, the Lord could have water come out of a rock. All right? Great miracles are coming for the Lord's elect, man. And we have to think upon these things. Right here, water in the rock. Exodus 17:1. And it reads, and all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys according to the commandments of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. We just pulled it up. We're coming into a time where there's, I might have exited out of it. It's okay, but we're coming to the time where there's going to be a water shortage. Let's look it up again for anybody who's tuning in now. Global water issues, water crisis around the world. Woe unto the inhabitants of the world. Colorado river water shortage story. The Southwest prepares for possible first water shortage declarations. Matthews 24:6. Famines are coming, but fear not. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. The fowls have food. The flowers will have water. How much more us? How much more us? How much more the servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai? We're reading accounts of servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai being taken care of in a miraculous divine intervention, man. And it says, there was no water for the people to drink, wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide ye with me? Wherefore do you tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, and we ain't going to have to deal with this, all right? We ain't going to have to deal with some unbelieving, faithless, chiding ass, worthless nigga, man. And I'm going to say it like that because great judgment is going to come for them, all right? Great famine is going to come for these jakes, man, these 2/3 that wanted to chide, that wanted to fan their hand, that wanted to trust in Egypt, that wanted to call the black woman God, that wanted to call on Cesare Borgia, that wanted to just sag their pants, get high, and walk by and rap their ass off till they die. Great judgment's coming for them, but not for us, man. Not for us. And you have to believe in that. And it says, and said, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us? See, unbelieving. And our children and our cattle with thirst. See, they didn't believe. Just like with the account with the quail. The Lord, he gave them food, but he jacked them up for it because they didn't believe, man. We are supposed to be a faithful nation of people to Yahweh Bashem Shai. We are in a time where great faith will be an amazing attribute to you as a man, okay? You as a man of the Lord, one of your most important and beautiful attributes to you and your spirit is your faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai while you're walking through a land of unfaithfulness. The unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. And we're witnessing it right here. They are unfaithful, okay? Let's go to 16:11 real quick and get 2 Ezra 15:3. Just real fast to make that point, all right? We are surrounded by a faithless generation of people, man. But don't let that sway you. This is 2 Ezra 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see? So they're going to die. If you sit here and say, don't worry, the Lord can have water come for a rock. Then, yeah, right. Hey, remember, scoffers shall come in the last day. So what? Let them be unfaithful. They're going to die in their unfaithfulness. while we wait for the Lord to show his miraculous miracles upon us, to leave us not forsaken. Exodus 17 and 4. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. Look at that, man. They ready to kill Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. You see that? And that rock represented Yahushai. Okay, it tells you that in Corinthians. The rock represented Yahushai. But you see that, how the Lord had water come out of a rock, man. The Lord had water come out of a rock. Nothing shall be impossible with Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Okay, the Lord can have some doomsday preppers prepping food right now just for a man of the Lord, and even his family. Right now, the Lord can be putting a spirit on someone to be gathering water, food, shelter. All right, so-called doomsday prepping just for a man of the Lord to come across it. Just like in the movie The Road, the father and his son stumbled across a underground bunker, all right, that was like 15, 20 feet in the ground, and it was filled with nothing but food, water, even had strong drink. Okay, so just like how the Lord had a man prepare his home for Yahushai in the 12's Passover. So right now, as you see a famine coming, the Lord could be having people just like this, stocking up his cart, getting all this food ready just for a man of the Lord to come by it so he can eat. That's how heavy the Lord works, man. And you have to have faith in that. If you know the accounts, this is Sirach 11 and 18. There is that waxes rich by his weariness and pinching. You know how they have the term, you're a penny pincher, okay? You have people like that right now, where they're penny pinching, they're buying all these goods. They know that, shit's about to hit the fan, so the Lord's got them stockpiling. But guess what? And this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. Who are the others? The Israelites, the elect of the children of Israel, that small remnant that has been serving Yahweh Bashem El Shai while enduring their cross, living in the seat of Satan, man. Okay, so this is how the Lord works. He could have a penny pinching man or family, right, get all these food and goods, and it be for us. Stumble across even yayan, lamb. Okay, lawful food is even being prepared for us. This is the things you have to meditate on, so you're not worried. Okay, you're not worried with the famine coming. We're prophesizing it. How can we be fearful of something that we're telling the people about? You see, we haven't been given the spirit of fear. This is 2 Ezra 2 and 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. You have to have faith on these things. You have to call upon the Lord in the days of trouble and distress, and trust in Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Okay? Trust in Yahweh Bashem El Shai and call upon him. This is Proverbs and Shalom, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Kakadash, Barakatam, to you sincere brothers and few sisters tuning in. Kazak by Yahweh, Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous running into it and is safe. Amen. The Lord is going to do very beautiful things, man. Okay? He's going to do very beautiful things as he's doing now. All right? So let's go to this, and we're going to end it on Isaiah 65. I didn't want to make this lesson too long, but I did have points that I wanted to make. This is this scripture right here will end it on, which I got the title for this lesson, Isaiah 65 and 13. And it reads, therefore, thus saith the Lord, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And that's what's coming. Vexation of spirit is coming upon Jake, man. It's coming upon these people, okay? Because they wanted to fan the hand. They wanted to live in wickedness, all right? They wanted to trust in Egypt. They didn't want to trust in the Lord. So now judgment's going to come for them. And surely we shall say there's a reward, all right, for serving the Lord, man, okay? Because my servants shall eat, even in the midst of a famine, in the midst of a drought, in the midst of destruction, chaos, okay? And prophecy, Yahweh Shem Shai's servants shall be taken care of, man. Call upon the Lord and seek him while he may be found. So, Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters, you were edified and moved through the Spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rakha, Kodash. With that being said, Shalom.